Okay, where?
Okay,
Where do
so
I find it?
God sent down the message in the form of a man, right? The man came and told us what the message is.
Okay.
And God sent down with this man proofs. Okay, proofs of his existence. Okay. So these men, we believe they are the prophets. Okay, the prophets, they are men like us. Okay, that God sent to us humans, the people of their time. Okay, to teach us the message how to get to God. That is the purpose, how to reach God. Remember about the thanking. I gave you a pen, you're thanking me, right? God detailed to us how to thank Him. Right? That's exactly what the message of the prophets. That's the message of the prophets. How do we thank God?
Okay.
Right? So thanking God, that's what the messengers taught to us. Now, we believe as Muslims, right, that God is one, right? What do you think? We already agreed, right, that God was one? Because remember we said, remember we said if we go back, you came from your parents. If we go back, there has to be one being that's infinite, that never started and will never end. We already agreed on that, right? Yeah. Okay. So that our purpose is to worship that one God, to thank Him for everything He's given us. Okay.
Cool.
And that's what the messengers and the prophets taught us. The ones who were sent from God, they taught us that there's one God who's worthy of worship. Okay. He's the one that created us, and He's the one that gives us everything. He's the creator, the sustainer. He created the universe around us. Okay. The proofs of the proofs that God exists is yourself. You're the proof.
You.
And me.
Yeah,
All of us, every single one of us. And that's how we came to that conclusion in the first place, through ourselves, through the creation around us. Right? So that message.
No, I agree with you, mate.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you.
That's good now. So that message now, we agreed that it came with a man. The men are the prophets, right? This message came from God to the prophets. They came with scriptures, right? The prophets, they came with scriptures that were revealed to them. Okay? So obviously I'm gonna tell you from a Muslim perspective, right? There's other religions out there, right? So now the fact that you agree that there's a religion, that there's a prophet, and he's come with a message, right? You look at the different religions out there, right? And you seek and try and find out which one is the true religion.
I'm open to everything. However you want to do it, you want to do it. Yeah. What I do agree with is massively is, if you want to call it being one with God or look at Him, being thankful, that is a great message. I think everyone should abide by that. That's just being a nice person. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, but remember we said God told us how to worship Him.
Yeah,
through the
I
prophets.
know.
Right. So.
But that's up to everyone. How do they want to do it? You know? Do you want to do it?
Yeah, but remember we said there's one truth.
If you want to do it more succinctly and more, routinely, maybe. By praying or however you want to do it, that's good. That's good. As long as it's in a nice way and it's respectful, then that's cool. I respect that.
Yeah, but we already agreed there's one way of doing it, the way that God told us to do it, right? We agreed that there's that one way that we're supposed to do it.
Which is what?
Which is following the commandments of the prophets. Okay, so we believe that worshiping in God alone, there's one God, but they worship, okay? And the way we go about worshipping Him is we pray. So as Muslims, we pray 5 times a day. That's thanking God, that's worshipping God, right? So, and we believe that's the correct way of going about it, because that's what the prophets came and taught us.
I think that's fair enough.
So, let me talk to you a little bit about the message of Islam, right? So the message of Islam is that there's one God worthy of worship. I think we came to that conclusion logically. There's one God, and He's the only one that's worthy of worship, right? And we believe that this whole life, okay, you're going to live, let's say, 100 years, 70 years, 60 years, however long you live, right?
Forever.
No, you're going to die at some point, right? I mean, death is a reality that nobody can deny.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to die, you're going to die, everyone here is going to die. Nobody can say that I'm not going to die. Everyone's going to die at some point, right? So we believe that this life is a test, and then at the end of this test, when you die, that is, right, you will be held accountable for what you've done in this test, right? You go into an exam hall, right, and before the exam, you revise for the test, right? So our revision for the test, the material for the revision is what God sent down to us, okay?
Which is in the scriptures.
Which is the scriptures and the prophets, right? And we're in the test now. We are doing what's revealed to us in the scriptures, right? After the test ends, you can no longer change anything in the test. The test is gone. It's finished, right? Yeah. Same thing with this life. So when the life ends, though, the test can no longer be changed, right? So from the people who pass the test, they'll get rewarded for it, right? That makes sense, right? If you pass the test, you get rewarded for passing the test. If you fail the test, then you're going to get punished for failing the test, right? So we believe that after we die, that's when the punishment and the reward comes from God. We believe that God is all just, right? Remember, we said that He's an infinite being that never started and will never end, and He's superior to us. We're inferior beings, right? Because we are created. He was never created,
Yeah,
right?
you are. You can be superior, inferior.
No,
How you
not
think
in
yourself.
not in comparison to each other, but in comparison to the one being that created us all. Remember?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. As long as
that's
you're
what we started.
happy about it and content with everything, and that's fine. And you can be whatever you want to be. Inferior.
No, we're talking about inferior to the supreme being, not between ourselves.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. You respect the higher power.
Yeah. Okay. So we in a test, we in a test, and that supreme being, whom we call God, Allah in Islam specifically, He will give us the results on the day of judgment. Okay. That's after we die, we'll be resurrected again, right, and held accountable. Why does that follow logically? Now, if you, or let's say I, go and kill 100 people, right, and you didn't do that in your life, okay. Is it fair? I die, you die, right? Same day, we both die the same day. Is it fair that when you die and I die, we both become like, we just disappear in the ground and that's it? Is that justice? That I killed 100 people, I was never held accountable for it. You didn't kill 100 people and you had the same ending as me. Is that just? It's not just, right? So it makes sense that we're going to be held accountable for our actions, right? Remember, we said God has a purpose, right? He made the creation for a purpose. Like we do everything for a purpose, He made us for a purpose. If we're inferior and we have a purpose, and He's superior, He must have a purpose, right? So so we're going to be held accountable for the actions that we do in this life. Remember, we said this is a test, right? So those people who pass the test,
How are you going to be held accountable?
by God, the supreme being, He'll hold us accountable.
Well, we'll never know about that. That's the thing.
Well, we can't
know about nothing beforehand, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, but we know about it through.
Open for debate. I'm going to have to leave, my friend, but I've enjoyed the conversation.
It was really nice talking to you.
Really nice. You're a smart guy. I enjoy it.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Oh, subhanallah. Jazakallah khairan. How you doing, Akhi?
Don't forget to subscribe to Dawah.wise, all of you. Dawah.wise. This is mine and Hashim's channel. Do you have a channel, brother?
No, I don't.
Okay. And listen more to this brother, inshallah. He's very, 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 very eloquent and knowledgeable. Inshallah, we'll benefit from him.
Jazakumullah khairan. Allah yahdik. Take a sip.
I remember he had a book. You bring the evidence. It's on you.